Let's join Aidan. He's on the ground. Say a very good morning to you, Aidan. And that rain, unfortunately, has arrived.
Yeah, it has. To Sydney's credit, Pip, good morning to you, is that it has sort of eased at the moment, so it's only just light drizzle at the moment. We have, as you'll see very shortly from our visit to John Sargent earlier on, got caught in some really rough stuff. There was meant to be gale force winds, but the wind hasn't arrived yet. I think it was around 6 kilometres an hour when we looked earlier on. That's meant to get really wet. We're here at Randwick. It's a hive of activity as we look around the back parade ring. The water blasters are out, the leaf blowers are out, so you might hear a bit of noise. It's one of those cool places the day before a big meeting on a racecourse, because you see what's done in preparation for the race day itself. Such a big race day, Pip, with those 4 Group 1s, the Doncaster, the Derby, the TJ Smith, of course, Imperatriz up against I Wish I Win, and also the Sires Produce Stakes. So really looking forward to tomorrow's racing.
Absolutely, Aidan. Well, just before we ask you what you've been up to this morning, I did hear a couple of talks about maybe the meeting being pushed back a week, or maybe the TJ Smith. Have you heard anything about that over there?
There's certainly been contingency plans put in place, but the word is that everything will go ahead. They will be pushing hell or high water to get this meeting off the ground. They need it to be run on a Saturday first and foremost, in front of the eyes of all Australian punters. This is one of the marquee days on, well, the Australasian calendar, and they will be wanting this to go ahead. The only problem will be around visibility for jockeys and that safety concern, but I would say we're 95% to go ahead. Obviously, there's a lot more rain forecast for today, over 100 mils still in that forecast, some even saying up to 200. I think we've had around about 55 mils here since 9 o'clock yesterday morning, Pip. And I tell you what, let's get a view of some of the rain this morning as well. We got out to John Sargent's stables. John's got a really nice hand in tomorrow's racing. John, geez, you've turned the Sydney weather on for us, eh? Is this common?
This is like being back in New Zealand, isn't it? Unbelievable. Always happens around Derby time. I don't know whether they put it forward a month or back a month, because I think 8 of the last 10 derbies have been wet. Yeah,
talking about the Derby, you got a nice hand, glad you think so, and Hooligan Tommy, a New Zealand bred as well. How will they handle the wet?
Yeah, well, the Ocean Park Hooligan Tommy, he's an up-and-coming horse. I think he definitely has a chance, because they do seem to like it. So he hasn't won a race yet, but he's going in there very fit, and he should have won his last start. He was very unlucky. The other horse, the Glad You Think So, is a So You Think horse. He can handle it. Softs, I haven't had him in this type of ground, but he's an out-and-out stayer. He was 5th last start and should run well.
You're telling us Greg Alexander's in the ownership of Hooligan Tommy?
Yeah, Greg was in yesterday, did an article, and actually had a season with the Warriors, he was telling me.
Exactly.
I didn't realise that, but he's a big celebrity here with the league, and it's so big in Sydney that it'd be great to have him there on the day. Okay, yeah, Oak's
a week out, but you got a nice hand in the Adrian Knox, Last Straw, Queen Diva and Harlow Mist. How are they going?
Yeah, Sir Owengen's got Last Straw in. It's had 1 for 1 on the heavy and won it. Yeah. So it should run very well. Harlow Mist is a contributor filly. She's also had 1 for 1 on the heavy. Yeah. So she's drawn very wide, but I'll leave it to Reece Jones to get a nice run with her, hopefully. And what was the third one there?
Harlow Mist, Ocean Diva.
Ocean Diva's another Ocean Park. Was unlucky last start at Scone. It's coming through the sort of softer races, but anything can happen on the day, and she's a lovely, big, strong filly.
Nice team in for Derby Day, for Doncaster Day. Anything else that we should be looking towards, John?
I do like the Tavistock filly Ultimate Ambition. It's in the PJ Bill in the last race. Rachel King rides it. She won a last start very impressively at Newcastle. Don't know about the ground, but she'll be running, because you've got to find out sometime.
Better let you go get some cover, John.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, so we got to speak to John Sargent. You say, yeah, unique ambition in the last, and that PJ Bell Stakes. He really did like the horse's chances for tomorrow. So good to catch up with Sarge. He's one of the great characters of New Zealand racing, and of course Sydney racing these days, Pip, and he's got a really nice hand in tomorrow's Derby Day. We will be on Weather Watch through the day. Don't forget about all the coverage coming through on Trackside tomorrow and all those socials. Trackside NZ will be part of the Punters Lounge tomorrow with Jane Ivel at 11 o'clock New Zealand time, and of course Trackside Premier will be on the ground. We'll be talking to those key participants around Imperatriz, around Whitsend, and around I Wish I Win as well. So can't wait for day 1 of the championships here tomorrow, Pip.
Yeah, absolutely, Aidan. Looking forward to all of your coverage. Thanks very much. And yes, great to see John Sargent still rocking that strong mo as well. Good luck to him and his team, of course, across in Sydney tomorrow.